Are you stuck? What about unhappy? Join Alena Chapman, author, mentor, and life coach for 30-minute moments as she challenges you to get out of the doldrum and start living your life to the fullest. It's time to celebrate that life with 30-minute moments.
Welcome to 30-Minute Moments for betterment and ease in your life. And I am your host, Alena Chapman. And I want to let you know that this 30-Minute Moments is Ask Alena. I love Ask Alena because I love to get your questions. I love to hear what you guys are thinking because this can be such a one-way conversation. But if you have questions, text, and it doesn't have to be just today. You can text anytime and just text your question to 46862. Again, 46862. And then just in your comment, ask your question. And we save the questions, and then when we do Ask Alena, then I answer them. All right? And this show is brought to you by Soul Manifesto. Soul Manifesto is a safe community to explore, discover, and tap into your own personal essence so you can live with that joy, that abundance, that happiness in your life. And yes, it's all possible. All right, so we've got some questions. How are we doing on that Facebook? Are they coming on?
I had a phone call on it, so.
Oh, I did. Well, I'm getting phone calls. All right, so here we are. I have this one question that came. This is from Betty. I find myself stressed and unhappy at work. Oh, gosh, I get this a lot, folks. I really do. A lot of people are unhappy at work. The people are negative and gossip all day. My supervisor is highly demanding and can be cruel. I want to stay here because the pay is great. How can I stay and still feel happy and enjoy life? Now, isn't this funny? Because I just did a show with my friend Candace Harper, and we were just talking about this. All right. You can do things to raise that happiness feeling. And it can work in some circumstances. It has worked for me in some circumstances. But ultimately, you have to decide what is more important. And first of all, start scheduling your day when you're there. Start out in the morning. Whether you're in a good job or not, a morning routine is so important. I call it the morning connection routine. And for me, it is writing out my gratitudes, doing a short meditation, typing out or writing out my schedules. Even though I know my schedule, I write it out to center my mind on my day. And what you would do, I know you've got like a 9-to-5 job, but you still write down that schedule. For instance, what am I doing at break? Am I going in and gossiping with everyone? What am I doing at lunch? Am I sitting there just bemoaning my situation? Those are two opportune times that you can schedule in a break. I can go and I can do a short meditation. I can do a breathing exercise. You breathe deep. I've talked about it before. You breathe deep, and then when you let out, you feel that little miraculous place that centers you. You can play music that you love and kind of bebop outside or something. Or you can listen to information tapes like one of mine on YouTube, or also Abraham Hicks, Bob Proctor. There's a million up there. You can gain information on how to get your mindset into goodness. You can I also say, listen to YouTube that makes you laugh. I love to laugh. So music, anything bring a novel. I love novels. Bring a novel to read. At lunch especially, something that's going to get you out of your situation and get you into a perspective of what life can be. All right? Also, so that's one thing. So you're scheduling that in the morning, and then you're going to do it during the day. Number 2, plan something fun. And I know we go 9 to 5, all right, fine. But after work, can you stop for, maybe you could take a walk in the park. Or maybe you could meet up with someone for coffee or for cocktails or something. Maybe you could look forward to a show that's on at home, or gardening, or taking your dog for a walk. Whatever it is, that's something fun. Plan on that, because that will help give you a focus for your day. And then number 3, and this is probably the biggest one, you've got to start setting boundaries. And I know you're in a closed situation. It's like going to high school and being in the same class over and over and over with the same people. That's what it's like going to work with the same people every day. And if they're all gossiping, I guarantee not all of them want to gossip. So if you find yourself in that group and you don't want to gossip, then see if you can change the subject or offer a side of happiness that you feel. Or an idea. Try just putting an idea out there and see how many bite at it. I mean, when I started, I used to always go to this mom's group that was really negative, and it would drain me after I left. So one day I went in as I started to grow, and I started to change the topic. Now, granted, there were some women who liked to gossip. They liked that negativity. They went away, but 2 or 3 of them stayed. And those are my new friends. And we wanted ideas. So you see how that works? And the boss who can be cruel, you've got to look at it that that's the way she is. How do I want to handle this? Just get through it as quickly as I can. There's not much you can do about that boss. And most of all, watch yourself. See if these things are successful. Or if that negativity is so heavy that you just can't deal with it. If that's the possibility, then there are other jobs that pay really well that you don't have to suffer through this. It's whether you can change it, or if you can't change it, then you got to look for other alternatives. That's really what it comes down to. All right, I hope I was helpful. You can always text 46862 and let me know how it progresses. I would love to know. Okay. And then how are we doing, Kayla? Should we? No comments yet? No questions? No. Okay. I have one more question here that I want to talk about. It starts out with help. I love that. I'm not laughing. Help is serious, but I have been working on myself, keeping myself on a higher vibration. I believe totally in the law of attraction. The problem is I'm losing my friends. We just talked about this. Yes. What is wrong? Here you are all happy, happy, happy and living high, and then your friends go away. Yeah, I know. I once was with a friend of mine who said, you've got to be who you are. And I said to her one time, I said, if I did that, I probably will lose all my friends. So see, I do understand. And I did lose friends. But here's the thing, do you really want to be who you were before? And is that what's required to have those friends? Do you still want to be how they perceived you when you've grown past? There really isn't any way to go backwards. You'll never be satisfied doing that. So, but here's a very cool thing, and especially since you believe in the law of attraction, that when you know just as well as I that there are other people who are functioning on that same vibration, that are people who love ideas, there are people who are really fun, or people who are wanting a better life and wanting to strive for better things, or want to have those goals in mind, or just want to be happy and have abundance. They're out there. And so whatever vibration you're giving off and how you're living, don't stop shining that light, darling. You've got a powerful, beautiful light, and people will come to you. And start looking at meetups and social groups that would interest you, that would have those kinds of people in there. There's tons of them. Even I'm talking from the Fort Wayne area, which is, a pretty good size area, but it's not as big as Chicago or New York. And we still have some really cool meetups that have hiking and art, and some are Law of Attraction and Proctor Gallagher and Savvy Sisters, Soul Manifesto. There are lots of groups here that you can join and be with like-minded people and form new friends. Okay? So there's nothing wrong. It's just growth. It's just growth. And don't stop the growth just because you want to be perceived. You won't be happy with the friends no matter what you do. Okay? It's time to grow. Hope that helped you. I would love to hear how this works out. So do text me at 46862 and let me know. Okay? And I'm sorry, that was from Karen. Karen, I hope that helps. Okay? All right. Right now, we're going to take a break. This is Alena Chapman, and you're listening to 30-Minute Moments, and we will be right back.
This is 30-Minute Moments with Alena Chapman, helping you find your inner self every Sunday on WOWO.
Hi, I'm Alena Chapman, and I'm your host for 30-Minute Moments and all that ease and betterment in the life we bring. So I have a question for you. Do you feel you deserve all that betterment and ease in your life? Also, do you feel you must struggle? Or do you feel stuck in the muck? Or you may even just want that peace and happiness and balance in your life. I want to first thank everyone who has chosen to chat with me, and oh my gosh, you are so awesome people, and because of the wonderful response, I have decided to open up more of my calendar to all of you because I love you. And I'll tell you what, all you have to do is text 41411 and type in Meet Alena and schedule your time. Text 41411 and we can talk. Welcome to 30-Minute Moments. This is your host, Alena Chapman, for the betterment and ease in your life. And like I said, this is Ask Alena. I love Ask Alena. And if you have questions, please text 46862 and ask your question. I do want to take one moment and let you know about this rebranding we're doing. You know, I was talking so much about Savvy Sister, but this is my aha moment. Let's say the shift. This is my aha moment shift, okay? And what happened was I was touring. I do a lot of speaking, and I was out on the West Coast in Las Vegas and Los Angeles and San Diego, all that area. And I was doing New Vision Leadership. And every time I would get off the stage, someone or at least 2 or 3 people would come up to me and say, "Hey, Alena, I want to talk to you more about the spirituality." I was like, "I didn't talk about that." "Oh, yeah, you did," she said. So then I started Savvy Sisterhood. And all my classes, everyone says, "Sure, they're spiritual." I started thinking, really? And we're all growing. We are all growing. It doesn't matter where you are. We are always growing. That's why we're here. And mine was to start to get through a block. I obviously had a block. I had a paradigm. I had something telling me that going the spiritual route was not, people weren't going to accept it. And yet, that's all I was doing. Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny how our subconscious works? So I had to catch up with my subconscious mind. I had to catch up with what my spirit wanted. So I said to my whole team at one point, I said, "You know what? I'm going to just do the spirituality because that's all I'm doing now anyway, according to everybody." And they said, "Bravo, finally she did it." I think I was the last one to know. So now I have talked to my team, and we are now renaming Savvy Sisterhood to Soul Manifesto. And now when I start talking spiritual stuff, nobody will be surprised. And I can really go whole hog, and that's where my heart just sings. So this Soul Manifesto is such a cool community. It's like Savvy Sisterhood that you have the support, but it's going to be even more growth, and it's going to have more opportunities. Like, we're not going to do big giant summits. We're doing workshops, really cool workshops. Like November 2nd, we have a workshop with Elizabeth Gilbert on creativity. On the second week of January, we have Nancy Levin, who's going to do a workshop with us on our relationships, how not to give all of ourselves away. Is that a good one or not? So that kind of thing. Also, Bob Proctor, how do we break through those paradigms when we hear in our head, "I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm good enough"? How do we break through that? He is the king of that. All of these are workshops. That means for you that this is something that you can really grab hold to. Really not just get little dabs of maybe a nugget here or there, but really start digging in and really learning. And I think that's better. And not only that, but really bonding with people who are like-minded and who are growing also. And that's what's fun. And when you're growing in your essence and you really start to delve into that side of yourself, that wonderful, beautiful side, you start to realize more about the love. And it's amazing when you start to learn it's easier to get rid of that critical mind. I'm not saying it goes away overnight, but I do say it gets squashed because your realization of what is true grows. And isn't that cool? So, and it doesn't mean we don't have mistakes sometimes. Lord knows that's how we learn. And I learn too. I make mistakes just like you. But this is a community where it's safe to make those mistakes, and it's safe to grow, and it's fun. So if you're interested, join the group. You can go on Facebook and join soulmanifesto.com or Soul Manifesto, or if you want to look us up on the website, it's soulmanifesto.com. And even if you want to join the community, oh my gosh, all these numbers. But this number is to join the community, and then you'll get an email about these upcoming events. Oh, and I've just been asked to do a workshop. Kayla, I've just been asked to do a workshop in Long Island, and I'm joining up with this guy who does men. You know, he works with men, and I work with both. So we're going to join up. We're going to talk about how relationships are changing. Is that cool? I love this. This is where we really grow. So if you're interested in getting information on all this, it is 66866. I'll say it again, 66866. And then just type Alena. And then it'll come back saying, okay, is this your email or whatever? And then you'll get the information and you'll know about all these workshops. But anyway, that's Soul Manifesto. And that was my aha moment. You know, it's funny how stuff comes out anyway. If you're not doing your heart's desire, it comes out in little blurps. I call it the popcorn effect, until you wake up to why your soul is here. And mine is definitely to talk about spirituality. So, all right, now I have a little, if we're ready, Kayla, a little blog, or not a little blog, a little insight. We're not ready? Well, she wants me to talk more about Soul Manifesto, so we will talk. She's in control. I'm only the host. I love this show. But anyway, all right. So Soul Manifesto is going to be doing things in New York, but I also want to do things in Fort Wayne. And so I do have, for people who are interested. Oh, gosh, I should tell you. Saturday the 18th, I don't even know if the show will be on by then, but Saturday the 18th, and once a month, I have people come to my house. You get a mimosa, you get some fruit, you get some quiche or some croissants or something. You get to talk to these women and men. We're having some men. And you start to discuss cool concepts. And you find out sometimes people even disagree with what I'm teaching. That's all right. You know, that's what makes America wonderful. That's what makes the world wonderful. So we discuss. That's why I say we discuss. And then we are doing some really cool things. This Saturday, we're actually having everyone bring their yoga mat. And we're going to sit out if it's a nice day and meditate. And I've got this cool new meditation I'm doing with you. I got into this, what is that? ASRG or whatever, this new sound thing. Okay, I'm going to experiment with it. So be prepared. This is going to be so cool. I don't know if I'm going to do the sound thing so much as the whispering, because I think whispering can be so relaxing. So we're going to try that. And then the other thing is we also do trips up to Chicago to meet our Soul Manifesto sisters up there and our Soul Manifesto sisters and brothers down in Indianapolis. This is an awesome group, and that is for Fort Wayne. All right, so if you want to learn more, I'll say it again. It's 66866. Type in Alena, then your email when it comes back to you, and you will get all the information you could ever want, but not too much. This is Alena Chapman, and you're listening to 30-Minute Moments, and we will be right back.
This is 30-Minute Moments with Alena Chapman, helping you find your inner self every Sunday on WOWO.
Hi, I'm Alena Chapman, and I'm your host for 30-Minute Moments. and all that ease and betterment in the life we bring. So I have a question for you. Do you feel you deserve all that betterment and ease in your life? Also, do you feel you must struggle? Or do you feel stuck in the muck? Or you may even just want that peace and happiness and balance in your life. I want to first thank everyone who has chosen to chat with me, and oh my gosh, you are so awesome people, and because of the wonderful response, I have decided to open up more of my calendar to all of you because I love you. And I'll tell you what, all you have to do is text 41411 and type in Meet Alena and schedule your time. Text 41411 and we can talk. Now, I want to talk about something that has come up, and I think this is very interesting. People don't like change. And so what happens sometimes when we want to be something better, or we want to be someone different, when we want to be that way, we have trouble letting go of the person we were. That happens a lot. We really don't want to change that person. We do, but we don't. Because guess what? That's the comfort. It's the comfort to go home and turn on Netflix and watch a show that you love and get addicted to and not do anything else. And you find that you go from 5 o'clock to 1 in the morning watching it. Okay? And I know that sounds funny, but how many people do that? So those are the things we love to do. And do we want to give that up so that we can instead go and have a cup of tea and sit and come up with ideas for our business or for where we want to go? See, it takes changing who we are to become the people we want to be. It takes changing habits. And that can be difficult. Why do you think so many people have trouble losing weight? It's changing habits. So Bob Proctor was the first one who said this to me. And I know you all know, I love Bob. I love Wayne Dyer. I love Jeannie Schaub, all my mentors. And I always learn something from everyone, if not many things. But the one thing I really liked when he said it, you act it until it becomes so. And so it's not so much. The habits will be easier to change if you can start seeing yourself, believing yourself to be that person. So I'm going to be that person who enjoys and makes fun going and creating ideas instead of watching Netflix on a long time. Or I'm going to be that person who feels fit and healthy, and I'm going to have the smoothies instead of the French fries. And because I feel it, I'm going to act it, dress it, be it. I'm going to jump forward into that person, and then my habits will start to correspond with it because that's who I am becoming. It's a different way of doing it. Usually we say, okay, I'm going to drink my 8 waters. This is for losing weight. Now I'm going to eat my salads. And then before you know, we start eating French fries because we just do. We don't feel it inside. And so I have done this on many levels. When I was, when I decided my book was going to be a international bestseller, or actually that I was even going to write a book. This is a funny story. I was in Starbucks. I had just decided to take my journal and make it into a book. And I'm sitting at this long table in the coffee shop. And I'm fighting with my computer because, see, I had handwritten that. I handwrote that journal totally. So I sat down and I started playing with the computer, and it wasn't working right, wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi, I started to curse at the computer. And this guy at the end started laughing. And then he asked me, now this is the universe. I'm telling you, this is God saying, are you going to do it? He said, so are you an author? Who would ask that? Seriously. And I had to step up. So I thought to myself, okay, am I going to admit it? am I really going to do it? Am I going to play this part? I don't feel like it yet. I'm very scared, but am I going to do it? And I thought, and I always do this thing. It's like jumping into cold water. I always go, okay, on the count of 3, you're going to do it. You're going to be it. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm an author. I always do that. And so I said, yes, I'm an author. And this is my very first book. And he laughed. And you know what? He turned out to be a published author. And he helped me with my book. Now, if I had not acted like I was that author I was going to become and answer his question, or instead I said, well, I don't know, I'm just trying to put my book on here. I don't know if I'm an author yet. Do you see the difference? We have to act it. We have to become it in here, in our mind, before we can become it in our life. So it helps us to get out of the comfort zone of our old self because we are acting like our new self. I think that was one of the best things I learned from him. And I have used it so much. Try it. So whatever you want in your life, start acting like you have it. Start acting. And I'm not talking about a new car. I'm talking about something in your goals. And start acting it. Be that person that would have it. And before you know it, things will start happening. It's the law of gestation, folks. It's the law of gestation, the law of attraction, the law of vibration, the law of perpetual transmutation. Everything works together in the laws. So that is my answer to that. And I really wanted to bring that up because so many people always tell me it is hard to become who I want to become. This is the way to do it. You're listening to 30-Minute Moments, brought to you by Soul Manifesto. And this was Ask Alena. And I love the Ask Alena. If you really have a question you want brought forward, really, guys, you help everyone because you're not the only one with the question. There are so many people out there who are asking the very same question who haven't asked it online. So you help others. Just go ahead and text 46862. And I will get you on the next Ask Alena. Hope you have some wonderful gems. I love you all. Namaste.
This has been 30-Minute Moments featuring Alena Chapman. If you missed an episode, download it now at wowo.com.
Podcasts by Federated Media.